You cannot form a reasonable expectation for the future unless you have a reasonable understanding of the past. Nifty today is standing at an important juncture, and what I'm going to show you has not happened in Nifty for last 6 years. Over the last 6 years, many times Nifty came close to the current situation, which I'm going to show you, but it never quite gave the signal that it is giving now. Let me present to you chart of Nifty, and I have added the 100-week moving average. This 100-week moving average has played a very important role over the last 6 years since the COVID lows, and we have seen Nifty has done very well, markets have done very well for a long period of time. For the last couple of weeks, Nifty is trading below the 100-week moving average. If you look at the chart, in April of 2025 as well, Nifty reversed after touching this moving average. Same was the case in April of 2023 and June of 2022. But in March of 2020, Nifty broke below this 200-week moving average, and then we had the COVID crash. It took Nifty almost 20 weeks to recover right from the point it started the fall below this moving average to this point where it actually was able to close above the moving average. If we check the past performance as well, we see that this support, which is due to the 100-week moving average, held in August of 2019, also in October of 2018, and Nifty briefly went below this moving average in November of 2015. In this instance as well, Nifty took almost 25 weeks to close above the moving average. And even after this closing, it spent quite a bit of time in around the same zone. So if I were to extend and measure this timeline, then for almost 57 weeks, Nifty was around this area itself. Similarly, if I go back in history, then in 2013, this moving average acted as a good support. But in August of 2011, again Nifty fell below this moving average, and then it spent almost 58 weeks before it was able to move ahead to cross this moving average and move higher. If we look at the 2008 fall, then again, once Nifty fell below this moving average, it took almost 49 weeks to get back above this 100-week moving average. So this moving average seems to signal important turning points for Nifty. And now if we look at what has happened recently, for 2 consecutive weeks, we have closed below this moving average. Now, using what has happened in the past, what we can do is form certain expectations and do a bit of scenario analysis to form expectations on what can happen in the future. So for example, we saw that Nifty often spends 20 to 25 weeks, and it can potentially spend 50 to 55 weeks as well below this moving average. So the first thing this should tell you is that you have a lot of time if you want to invest, so you should not be in a hurry. And I am seeing many people are in some sort of a hurry, like this fall is the COVID bottom, and so this opportunity might not present to you again. But if we look at the history, it is more likely that the market may head lower, or the market may fall, but it may not rise immediately and instead spend some time below this moving average. Now this is with respect to time. We can also do some analysis with respect to the magnitude of fall that we can expect below this moving average. So So during COVID, we saw that Nifty fell by almost 33%. In other times, we have seen that the fall has been a little more subdued compared to the COVID fall. So here, if we see that in 2016, the fall was only 13%. That is, from the moving average, we fell about 13%. In August of 2011, we fell around 16% from this level, from this moving average. And in 2008, actually, we went down by around 50%. So anywhere between 13% to 50% fall, we have already seen in the past below this moving average. So I think it will be reasonable to expect that there can be at least a 15% kind of a fall below this moving average. So if we try to calculate the target based on a 15% fall, it comes to around 20,725. If instead we see a 30% kind of a correction, then that fall, and this will be closer to what happened in COVID, then we will see a fall below 17,000. So it will be reasonable to assume that this kind of a fall is possible this time as well, because this time, for the first time in the history, as far as I can tell, we have seen that the industrial fuel price has been increased by 25%. India is currently facing a huge shortage of LPG, as can be seen from the prioritization action the government has taken for allocating LPG. And we are also seeing many industries are being shut down because of fuel issues. So this is kind of unprecedented. So if a 30% kind of a fall happens, then it won't be very surprising. So any investing you do, you should also keep in mind that something like that is possible. Of course, this is the financial markets we are talking about, so it's not necessary that a big fall might happen. It is also possible that we may try to retest this moving average before we fall further. It may also be possible that we don't fall as much as, say, 15% more, and maybe we fall for a few more percentage points and then reverse. But even in that case, what you should understand is that if you have been investing for, say, last 2 years, since September of 2024, let's say, then you would have been investing around these same levels as well. So if you have to average, which I think if a big fall comes, then of course people should average. So if you have to average, then this is not the place you should be hurrying into averaging, because it might happen then when the real fall happens and you get a much better opportunity, then you might not be able to deploy as much cash. And so the downside risk is higher. The upside risk is comparatively subdued because wars can start in a moment, but wars usually they last for many months or many years, as we are already seeing in what is happening with Russia and Ukraine. So of course, US started the war thinking it will finish it off in a week or so, but now we are 3 weeks into this war, and I can continue for, I don't know, for indefinite amount of time. It's very hard to predict. So keeping all that in mind, and keeping in mind our situation that we are not energy independent as we would like to be, so these kind of falls are definitely possible, and so you should have patience. Take your time to invest. If you're doing SIPs, then just stick to those SIPs. Don't try to advance your SIPs and make a lump sum investments, and maybe invest in a staggered manner. If you are new in the market, I think it's much better uh, to take the next, say, 12 months to 18 months to build your portfolio, and to not hurry thinking that that market will suddenly reverse and you won't have a lot of opportunities. So that's it for today. I hope you like this video. If so, please remember to subscribe to the channel and press the like button, and please feel free to share this video with your friends who may be interested in the stock market. So thank you for logging in.